I'm going to bring up Wendy, and she's going to talk about the decentralized future of media. She has an incredible background in media. I am going to be hanging on every word you say, so come and teach me something, Wendy. I'm ready for it.
Thank you so much for the introduction, and it's great to be on the stage and to share my thoughts about the future of media. And I also enjoy Drew's talk about Launchpad, because the first project that we brainstormed last year when we started to, thinking about having our own project is to have a launching pad and to help media companies to better sell their media content on the Launchpad as an NFT, I mean. So before diving in the topic of the decentralized future of media, I'd like to first share a little bit background about myself. So my name is Wendy Ye. I'm a co-founder of Newsblog, and I'm also a former journalist who has over a decade experience reporting business and financial news from Wall Street, Silicon Valley, and Singapore. So I hold a master's degree in communication and new media studies. And of course, I'm also a very avid NFT collector, including CryptoPunk, Azuki, Doodles, and many others. So my journey into the NFT world actually started in 2017. That's pretty early. And because I was gifted a crypto kitty from my husband, who was a research scientist at Facebook. At that time, I had no idea this small digital artwork would change so many lives. And it was not until 2021 when many media companies across the globe started to get involved to sell media content, from images to writings to videos as NFT. That also included the company I worked for, that is CNBC. So that was a moment that I realized the huge potential that NFTs will disrupt the media industry. So as we know that, like in the 2021 NFT boom, there was actually a particular media companies was leading for the adoption of NFT, and that is the group of Times. Time magazine actually saw the 3 of their magazine covers as NFT. They are all amazing, but personally, I really like to see this one to be minted as NFT and to leave the footprint on blockchain. And this is the 2006 Person of the Year cover. So that year, Time magazine chose you, I mean everyone you, as a person of 2006. Because 2006 actually witnessed the emergence of many social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. So right now, after like almost 2 decades social media development, here comes a question. Is our media landscape becoming more decentralized or the opposite? Well, this actually is a question that my friend, who worked as an engineer at Facebook, discussed with me during a trip to Lake Tahoe to ski. I think this question is, the answer to this question is not that straightforward. From some perspective, we have to see that the answer should be a solid yes, because social media platforms empowered every one of us to become content creators like never before, right? And the decentralized nature of these social media platforms actually has a lot more diverse and more inclusive representation for content. So in this way, we have to say that we actually are entering a more decentralized media ecosystem. But if you take consideration that the superior power of these tech platforms and their powerful recommendation algorithms in deciding and affecting our daily life and deciding what we watch every day, I think there should leave a question mark about this question. So those technology companies actually has becoming a huge gatekeeper actually seizing power of public agenda setting from traditional news editors. And with the help of technology, they are way more powerful than any traditional newsroom in setting the public agenda and telling us what's important and what should we care about. Not to mention their abuse of data and privacy, and also their controversial policies. So during the last few years, we actually have witnessed different and more decentralized social platforms that would like to build a censorship-resistant platforms and to better protect our data and privacy. So this comes here. But for those decentralized social platforms, in the absence of the centralized and powerful algorithm for content curating and feeding, a decentralized content curation and distribution layer actually is needed. So how to build this kind of decentralized layer of content distribution and curation? This might be a $1 million worst question every one of us should be think about. But I think the key is to unlock the huge potential of us or you as a curator. So you might already familiar with this idea that every individual of us actually play 3 different kinds of roles in the media ecosystem. Firstly, we are very naturally consumers, content consumer. I mean, we read, we listen, we watch every day, right? And with the help of social media platforms, we are all content creators at this time. We're posting, we're writing, and we produce more and more complicated and fancy videos today. And with the help of AI, OpenAI, ChatGPT, those kind of advanced technologies, our power of creating fancy content will only be enhanced. But our role as a curator has not yet been fully leveraged. Now there are several or many different projects and many super cool projects in Web3 are actually exploring in this area. From Mad Reality. Mad Reality is a decentralized media production company backed by a top VC firm, Paradigm. And empowered by NFT, they have produced a decentralized reality show. And there's another project called Headnight DAO, which is pretty new. And this is a sub-DAO of a very popular NFT project called Nouns. So what they are doing is that they are experimenting on decentralized journalism, that each and every NFT holders of the DAO will have the right to vote for content creating or news reporting project. And the next one I really like is called Curate DAO. This is also a very stellar project, raising a lot of money, but they focus more on influencer marketing. Empowered by NFT, we really want to leverage the power of curator. And this power can be very magnificent, especially with the help of NFT. Oh, is it hand? No, necessarily. So, what? So, yeah, okay, here we go. So, I live in Silicon Valley, where there are a lot of talented people. They are experts in different tech areas. Some are really experts in AI. Some are really OG in crypto. And I believe every one of you here have your own domain knowledge, like Mark. Mark has a very rich experience reporting sports, right? So you're an expert in sports reporting. And I believe as a curator, I'm not only referring to reposting or liking posts, those kind of activities happening every day on different social platforms. I'm also referring to your domain knowledge, your taste in content, and those kind of knowledge and expertise can help to judge and filter quality content for a specific community that you care for or belong to, right? So I learned a lot from my daily practice curating news blog. So news blog look like this, as you may see. It's very beautiful, isn't it? So this is actually a collection of dynamic NFT that contains the top 10 news happening in Web3 every day. So inspired by Satoshi Nakamoto, we really want to record the history of Web3 on blockchain. So this is the very origin idea that we want to do. And to make it really, representative for the community. So I invited several crypto founders, crypto company founders and investors and community leaders to help me to create this kind of newsletter. And because of their expertise, our work has been highly appreciated and grow quickly among founders and investors community in Web3. So they really enjoy the beautiful design. By the way, our designer is a very senior designer with experience at Google. So they really enjoy this very simple and neat design, help them to get updated with the industry in a very short time. So we aim to let you to know what's happening in Web3 in less than 2 minutes. So this is, and we're about to monetize from it, by the way. So if we can monetize from those kind of decentralized curation, and you can too. So how can we help every one of you to easily curate news for the community that you care about? So we decided to develop the full set of tools that help you to make it happen. So right now we're using a tree map algorithm that what you only need to do is to put the links that you want to curate, like the top 10 news you choose, in the box, and it will automatically generate those kind of graphic content, I would say, or content graphic. And in this way, you can also make your work as an NFT very easily, and also grant some utilities to it, actually. Like us, we want to use this NFT as a membership to our platform that can help you to access paid content from established media companies like Financial Times and Bloomberg. So in this way, we really want to help create a decentralized newsroom that every one of you can run. So if you're interested in the product, just go to our website as the newsblog.xyz. Yeah. And thank you very much for listening. And just come to follow our Twitter account or come to me. I will always be here to answer your question. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Wendy, so very much.